Well, I'm a little late on this, aren't I? It's April the 9th. Omaha, a couple days ago, they fired Mike Tatum, but Brandon Groen conveniently left Carolina, and I saw him. Well, I didn't watch the thing yesterday, but it was on Shady's channel yesterday. So the Groen was on Shady's channel yesterday, so that's good. Yeah, Wheeling beat Carolina by 10 this week, and that I don't. I guess, but apparently there's some other things brewing in Carolina too. But I'm not sure, everything's that's going on. But again, Negron leaving, kind of created a little bit of a vacuum here. Carolina has, I mean, we all know that Carolina's been going through like ownership issues for quite some time now. Like there's a reason they have like 9 owners now. But yeah, Shreveport and Idaho faced off on Thursday. There were a couple of Thursday night games, which I did not stay up for. I'm not going to lie to you. But there were some great plays in both games, to be quite honest with you. Um, but yeah, that Idaho team can play. So the NAL is in a position to be in position to where it's like it's not entirely set in stone what in the world's going to happen. You know, this move for Negron to Omaha, is kind of a weird thing for me. It's definitely a red herring. I feel like something, Omaha may do something that can, go scorched earth and go fully crazy, but who knows? Who knows what the mind of Ricky Burtz and crew has, going for him, because again, this was unexpected because Omaha was undefeated, and then Mike Tatum, just gets casually fired like it's nobody's business. Wheeling again, picking up a win. They needed that. They even the series up at 1-1, and they'll meet one more time. Carolina and Wheeling will meet one more time this week. The AF1, Nashville and Oregon was the best game of by far because Billings beat the brakes off of Washington and Albany beat the brakes off of Salina. So, and it's now we could be seeing the best two arena football games of the year with these two teams facing off in Billings and Albany over the next couple of weeks. Meanwhile, why did the stateside Silverbacks send 6 players and 4 of them suited up? Why? Don't get me wrong. We already have the Georgia Indians on this channel already. Mr. Leonard Holmes and crew, they were definitely ready to play. But yeah, I don't know what this was and why was this counted in the AAL2 standings. I have no idea, but whatever, man, because, the AAL2 has like regional commissioners and stuff like that now. And it's like, what are we doing out here? What are we doing out here? The Tri-City, Mississippi game, there was like one side of the field, there's one side of the field that had, the whole. Let me go find the picture again. Let me go find the picture because I gotta go find the picture again because I swear one side of the field it looked pretty good until you get to the other side of the field, which has like nothing, on the other side of it. It's like, why was that there? Who put this in? Who made this? Who did this? It's like, man, there's no bleachers on the other side. I'm messing up here because like the walls look good. There's just no bleachers on the other side of the field. I don't get it. There's no boards. There's no boards. Why is it in Mississippi, man? It's always Mississippi. You had, the Raiders, the last couple of years, and it's just like, what in the world was that? And still, every single time, man, something surfaces in Mississippi of all places, something crazy happens. And it's like, again, this just doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I don't know, man. Just I don't know. Anything's better than that. Anything's better than that. Because like I just don't understand at this point. Speaking of things I don't understand, I'm genuinely shocked that Pat McAfee, of all people, talked about the Fishers Freight, which they beat Tulsa by 11, 50, like 5,000 fans were at the arena. It was beautiful. It was great. Fishers has an environment that looks like it is going to succeed. The other couple games, Bay Area, Jacksonville, they blew teams out. The AIF, real quick, West Michigan, they're gonna finish undefeated. Let's just be real. But it was a closer game with Cedar Rapids than I thought. 29-20. But yeah, Fishers, is an interesting case because they got the branding behind them. They got local hockey behind them. They're getting butts in the seats. That first game looked magnificent, pretty good stuff. And they got the win too, so that's also a thing. G Wright, man, you are him, sir. You are him. Let me tell you that much. I think we're at the consensus here that the Eastern Conference of the IFL is better than the West. Arizona had to basically win at the end, which was a beautiful throw and catch at the very end of that game between them and Green Bay, which was like one of the only other compelling games of the weekend. It was just beautiful. Again, the East is looking pretty good. Jacksonville, solid offense, pretty damn good defense. You have Quad City with Quan Neal just running up and down the field, doing whatever he wants to. You have Fishers looking pretty good. Green Bay is kind of okay right now. The West will be pretty wild, I expect, like usual. Bay Area, again, beating the brakes off of San Diego this past weekend. Vegas kind of San Antonio, kind of they're doing all right now. But again, we have a long season to go. We're still not even a month into the IFL season yet. We're barely a couple weeks in, which is crazy. And speaking of crazy, the Pittsburgh Outlaws, again, they will become the developmental team for the Penn Union. Of course, the Union are going to join the AIF in 2026 along with the Wyoming Cavalry. And, it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, one more thing that I think I forgot to talk about. I forgot to talk about this, a couple of weeks ago. I forgot to talk about this a couple of teams, at least a couple of weeks ago, like the South Carolina Ravens, don't have an arena anymore. They don't have an arena at all. It's just pretty funny. That's what you get for not answering my emails, Mr. Duncan. Answer my emails. Because I did this earlier. I don't know. There's the fan club thing that, the TAL is partnering up with, which again, I haven't really been talking about. There's the NAF, which is another thing that's trying to start up for some reason. I don't know why. Another arena league is just, it's just not fun. Mississippi Wolfpack, have had, some crises before. They've had some stuff go on to them before, but it's just like, why? And then there was this funny post that, just kind of happened the other day, which I don't know why the Mid-Michigan Grizzlies did this. They just tagged Shady and Stephen Irv for some reason. Why Irv? He's not reliable, and we know this. He's not reliable. Like what do you mean? Why do you say things like this? Arena World, are you watching now? Are you not entertained? I mean, I'm not entertained because you're not a legit team in Michigan. You're not that team. You're not that team. But yeah, the NAF is a thing that's going to happen again. I forgot to talk about this from a couple weeks ago. I don't know if it's going to be, but the guy who's, running with this idea. It has a vision, Mr. Damon Mason. You have a vision. I don't know why you want to do this right now because this is just not a profitable venture. He says it's like, oh well, hey, we're trying to build the league up in key markets. Have a vision of opportunity. Again, Texas. Let's just keep it real. DFW does not need anything indoor arena football related right now. We do not. Let's just keep it real. I want to keep it 150% with you guys. I don't think DFW needs a team right now. Is there going to be a team here? Maybe. If Frisco gets resurrected completely and probably goes to Allen or something like that, then yeah, that's probably going to happen. And I will definitely make a trip out to Allen at some point. But like these states he's listed, Texas, Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi. Again, Mississippi has just not been a great market. And we've seen that with AAL2 teams. The Carolinas, we've seen for the most part how Carolina's been. Just not a great place to play. We had the Carolina Energy, which rebranded into what what I think it was the Cowboys or what? No, that wasn't them. I forgot what they were called. But yeah, the Carolinas just haven't been great. Georgia, come on now. Alabama, come on now. You're trying to do like a Southern Football League type thing. Let's just keep it real. This is not the SEC we're talking about here. You're not getting hard hitting football with D1 athletes here. You're getting D2, D3, JUCO, NC, JAA. You're getting those types of guys. You're not getting D1 guys like that. Maybe guys that haven't played in a few years, but I don't know him and Randall Fields. I don't know what y'all's vision is. I want to see something succeed. A national arena football. We already have a national arena league, but yeah, national arena football. Yeah, you can tell I'm excited by this with the way I'm talking right now because I'm honestly not excited. I'm not excited. I'm not excited. We just don't need any more of that. We really don't, to be quite honest with you. But, I think that's all the things that, I missed from like last week or the week before that. Again, sorry I'm a little late on this, but hey, big back activities did happen yesterday. You saw me post about big back activities and you saw me and you probably, you're probably wondering what happened. I ate all of it. I ate every single thing on that plate. That spread was absolutely godly. And, I ate every single piece of it. So, I was going to eat. I was hungry. I was exhausted. I don't know if I was going to make the video yesterday or not. So I did, but I did today. I went to sleep like right after that. I went to sleep right after. But yeah, today you guys will get something. You'll get something nice. You get this weekend indoor football today. Again, usually I'm not privy to being late, but hey, it happens. Friday we have an interview for you all. Cannot wait to talk with this individual who is a part of the AAL2, by the way. So but the AAL2 really begins their season this week. For the most part as well. So just keep that in mind. You'll see a couple of YouTube streams here and there. Just go ahead and, try and see, what's going on, what's happening, what's popping, what's cracking with those streams in IFL, mostly IFL Network, or rather pretty much entirely the IFL Network. Yeah, they'll show you like 5 minutes of gameplay, but, after that, go to the IFL Network. NAL, got a couple YouTube streams. And it's funny, too, that the right now thing, is like it's just comical because like the stream kept going in and out, the Shreveport, Idaho game a couple of times, and right now it's just said, nah, we're pulling the plug on this. It was really funny because we're pulling the plug on this today. It was really funny. It was really funny. Like again, streaming is a bit hard, but it's always funny when technical difficulties happen, and it's like, was that even Idaho's field for a second there? It didn't feel like it for a second, but hey, it was. It actually was Idaho's field. So yeah, from me to you, I'm going to get on up out of here and enjoy the rest of your Wednesday like I will, because I'm going to chill out and rest up because, the rest of the week is going to be interesting. So again, can't wait to see you guys on Friday. It's going to be fun.